Iceman will unfortunately drop into what is essentially the underground bracket, and it's turned out to be quite some underground bracket, it must be said. So up next is the winners final, and that winners final will be between Ripha and Yätta, both winning their respective sets 2 points to 0. Meanwhile, in the underground bracket, we can give you a report. Elora has fought Yoshi Bowser to a 2-1 win in that first round, and they will advance to take on Penzo in the underground round 2 matchup. Yeah, meanwhile, has beaten Encha 2-0. They will now go on to face Iceman, and obviously the winner of Penzo, Elora, will take on Okrim in the underground round 3 matchup. So all that is currently going on alongside everything that's happening up here. So, like I said, next up it is Ripha and Yätta. We are just waiting on the stage selections. Mausoleum is going to be the choice here. And remember, this is winners final. And for this, well, for those of you who do not know, this is a best of 5. And Ripha, Ninjara, Yätta, Twintelle, so that's how this is going to play out. Ripha coming in with the popper and with the cracker and the lockjaw. Yep, that's the lockjaw, right? And meanwhile, Twintelle coming in with a cracker of their own, with a popper of their own, and also that brawler, which we have seen that a couple times already so far. So it'll be interesting to see. I think something was wrong there. As the matches get underway, both have rush already available and both on relative level terms here. The brawler just about whizzes past. The case of who's going to decide to pop that rush first, who's going to want to choose to be in a good position to go for it. Twintelle thinks about it. Ripha tries to get the teleport to get away from that, takes 100 damage, but not as much as Yätta would have definitely liked to. Ninjara now thinks that they're in a decent position, but no, fully blocked by Yätta, only chip damage at best. It's not going to bode well for them, and obviously the lockjaw has that additional projectile, but so far Yätta is on point with this. Trying to throw everything at her, but it's just nothing's really connecting. It's just all blocks at the moment. With 20 seconds to go, Ripha's got to do a whole lot of damage to get anywhere close. It does get a good knockback, takes Yätta into the halfway mark, but one more tap here and that will do it. Ripha will at least take a rush. Both will take a rush into the next point, but yeah, Ripha going down there hard. Yeah, there we go. So, second point on the way. And you see the cheering going on in the chat. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. So what we see for this matchup, that Shakram lockjaw combination from Ripha. Ripha decides to go for the rush. Twintelle trying to dash into a position to get a counter rush, but Ripha knew that was going to happen and sacrificed a potential damage opportunity to at least make sure that Yätta couldn't get any more damage done to them. Still does have that rush available. Yätta couldn't quite get high enough to get that off. Finally does go for it, but no, again, Ripha again managed to get away from that. So both not really having a good time with landing rushes so far, which just goes to show the level that these two are playing at. Ripha now with rush available. Yätta still got a ways to go until theirs is charged. Well, didn't really do anything that time round. Arm weak on the left side for Yätta. Another little ping as Ninjara closes the gap, goes for the rush, actually connects here. That's going to be massive damage, 400 exact. And suddenly Twintelle finds herself in a problem. Got the stun there, but Ripha wasn't sure if that was actually going to land or not, didn't want to follow up. And with 20 seconds to go, Yätta actually does have to fully commit here if they want to try and win this outright 2-0. Or if they're just going to play safe and carry this rush into the next point. Thinking about it, I think Ripha still has a little bit too much health for them to really go for it. Arm weak on the left hand side, it might seem tempting, but yeah, the grab. Ripha will take it. It's not enough to save it. We're going to point 3 in our first match. And let's see what happens here. Ripha gonna stick with the combo that worked, and to be fair, so is Yätta. Yätta believes that it'll work, and well, that rush will confirm that for you. 325, good start for Yätta as they go about charging that rush up immediately again. Meanwhile, Ripha is just seconds away from another rush. And arm weak on that left-hand side, the umbrella certainly helping with that. Lockjaw firing in with the punch and the fireball, and that was a bit too close for the rush, unfortunately. Yätta was already moving when the rush happened, so Ripha not getting anything with that and has it all to do here. Does get a little bit of a punch, but needs to get more than that at this point. There's still a good minute in this, but Yätta has rush and is going to go for it. You see Ripha desperately trying to get some form of damage to stop that rush outright, but it just didn't land, and instead the second part of the rush at least took damage. Ripha in critical condition, Yätta not even close to half. Managed to get the stun, tried to do a follow-up, not gonna happen. Lockjaw blocks again, now the rush comes out, but it's blocked. Big time. The arm does go down on one side and still weak on the right, so Ripha could still keep up this pressure and force another shield break. But they're also playing a very, very dangerous game, and now with Twintelle having another rush already available with 20 seconds to go, they feel like this is Yätta's to lose here. But here comes the rush, and Ripha knows they've got to move. Just can't seem to get the punches where they matter with 5 seconds to go. There you go. The final punch does come out, and it comes out from Yätta. And this best of 5 will start with Yätta in the lead. So as we wait, wow, that was quick. Wow, these two are incredibly quick with their stage choices. DNA and Temple immediately banned. We are going to Via Dulce. And both are gonna stick with their respective fighters. Twintelle from Yätta, Ninjara for Ripha. Ripha gonna stick with the combination. I think they have switched out into a cracker, and so has Yätta. Go for that cracker. Yätta sticking with the brawler, and Ripha sticking, of course, with the lockjaw. As we get into the curvy stage that is Via Dulce. And already weak on the left, well, arm destroyed on the left side. And 3 damage for Yätta against Yätta in the end. And this pressure is very much being dished out equally here. Trying to force mistakes out of Twintelle as much as possible, all the while trying to avoid that brawler, which just keeps catching them every now and then. Both push available with slow motion coming into play. It's just not quite enough. Remember that lockjaw does fire off that projectile when it is charged, and then again another arm destruct on that left side. Yätta almost in critical, Yätta in critical. Ripha is very much pulling this back here in winners final. And obviously it's still just like the second match, but Ripha can tie up the set. That would be very nice for them. They just need one more poke to take the first point in this, take this first advantage, but Yätta is definitely making it hard for them. Gets the knockback. Ripha just desperately trying to find a hit, but finally does so. It's the popper that actually hits him. Twintelle will go down. Now will Twintelle switch? Nope, I don't think either of them are switching. Both are incredibly happy with the arms they're running here. So, fair enough. Let's see how Yätta adapts to this combination that Ripha has found. It's looking out for them here. They've just got to keep this pressure up. Try and force Ripha to miss as many shots and miss as many arms as possible. Which, so far, it's all even Stevens, and Yätta popped the rush a little too soon. Managed to get 130 in there at the very least, but you could see what they were going for. They were going for that windy knockback into the rush with a lot of damage potential, but not only has that not paid off, they have fallen victim to another rush attack from Ripha, 370 this time around. But both still on relatively staying health here, so it's certainly not out of. Oh, now it is starting to get a little bit out of control. Yätta in the critical position. Ripha doesn't have much more health though, it must be said. They are only past the halfway mark, so with Yätta having a rush, if they cannot fluff it this time around, they should be okay. Having said that, one more tap again, and Yätta is going down, but you've seen them somehow pull off some quite ridiculous feats on 1 HP. And there it is. Not to be this time. Ripha finally gets the land, doesn't need the backup rush, and fortunately Yätta was hoping to hold on to that rush for a little bit longer, but nope, not to be. Ninjara will stop that momentum, and it's going to be one apiece in this set. So I hope you're ready for this, because well, whatever happens, we get a match 4, but we could go all the way with this winners final. You never know. Okay, Scrapyard and Mausoleum are the ones with a band. Temple Grounds is where we are going next for match number 3. We saw Yätta do incredibly well with Temple Grounds as Ribbon Girl just a couple matches ago. Are they both going to stick with their weapons? For the most part, yes. The only difference is that Ninjara has decided to abandon Lockjaw for the time being. Because Temple Grounds, well, it's got those 4 pillars, you're going to need something to bring around that. And Ninjara has decided to pick Chapman. Meanwhile, Yätta is going to stick with their guns, going to stick with that Umbrella and the Popper. Going to get a good knockback and send Ripha flying. Ripha already down to half health. Yätta is still relatively at full. And that rush did not land for them again, and instead actually gets knocked back themselves with the arm weak on the right hand side. So certainly it's Ripha applying the pressure. They're caught again, but Yätta can't keep making mistakes with the rushes like that. They seem to not be able to land these as much as they'd like to. Ripha gets a grab. Nicely done. Try and set them up potentially. Oh, a nice little forward, but not to be. Sent away again. Ripha in critical condition. Has a rush available, but will likely hold on to this, and will definitely be holding on to this for the next point. And Yätta starts with a 1-0 gap. Gonna stick with the same arms, and Ripha gonna ditch the chakra. So to give it a go, and now going straight back to Lockjaw, and that is the combo that we were looking for, except not quite. Ripha landed too soon for the maximum damage to come out, but still, 295 is nothing to snuff at. Twintelle forced into that corner, trying to block where possible, but obviously, maybe try and basic grab out of Ripha. Here comes the rush instead, actually. Gonna apply knockback, 375. Nicely done from Ripha and puts this into level terms. In fact, takes the advantage over it. Forces another mistake out of Yätta, puts her into critical, make that another follow-up punch, and another Ripha on another playing field there. Every single hit landed before Twintelle could even do anything about it. That was brutal. We go into the final point in this third match. And remember, this is a best of 5. It's hard to say who the momentum is with at this point in time, because that was just brilliantly played there from Ripha. Here comes that combination. This is going to be full damage this time around. No, it's still not. 295 is still good. Yätta craving for more, craving for those high 400s. Ripha with rush available. Going to see if they can force Twintelle back into that corner again and play into another devastating combination. Twintelle is dying desperately to make sure that does not happen. Dashes all the way into the middle. Almost caught by the rush, but just about gets away with it. And this time it's Ripha who isn't able to land the rush. Just managed to connect. Almost connected with the Lockjaw, but just about grazed. And Twintelle has the advantage. Gets the grab. Forces Ripha into critical and has a rush that they will likely use to secure the game if they need it. Ripha is a poke away, and the Brawler will do it. And Ripha having played an amazing second point in that match, finds themselves 2-1 down. Two one down as we go into match number 4. Via and Buster are the bands. DNA Lab is the stage pick. So we're gonna gear up for match number 4 in this best of 5 winners final, both sticking with their characters of choice. We are getting reports from the underground bracket that Penzo has beaten Aloria 2-0. Aloria finds themselves out of this competition, and obviously we already knew that Yam had beaten Encha. Meanwhile, Okrim has beaten Penzo 2-0, and Iceman has beaten Yam 2-0. So they will advance into the underground semi-final. Meanwhile, back to the actual action at hand. Yätta gonna switch out one of those arms, gonna switch into that Thunderbird as you can see. Gonna keep the Growler at the very least. Meanwhile, Ripha coming in with that lockjaw pop-up combination, as is always the case it seems. Ripha incredibly comfortable playing with this, as they both do the traditional arm ceremony dance around the tubes. One goes down, they start dancing around the other. It's common for every arms player to know this dance at this point. And that, well, that was a good point to flick onto that screen now, wasn't it? The paralysis came out, Ninjara took all of that to the face. Well, there wasn't anything else Ripha could do about that. Ripha does have Rush available to them, but just being peppered away, the Thunderbird is doing wonders for Twintelle right now, and it's a good choice to do that with this one. There are 2 tubes left upstanding at this point in time, and I was gonna say Yätta has barely taken any damage, but gets a couple of good damages there. Ripha slowly starts to put this pressure up, and with 15 seconds to go, it's really not over yet here. Ripha could close this gap, and it's still very doable for them with 10 seconds to go. They could choose to fling in a rush if they feel like they can get a moment out of it, but Yätta has one as well. With 3 seconds, 2 seconds, a grab might swing it, but no, it's not gonna happen. Yätta manages to stall just long enough, and I think Yätta knew if they did take a grab there, that would have put them in a very precarious position, but this is set point. If Yätta wins this, they're in the final. And another good couple taps to start off with. You see, Yätta has dropped the Thunderbird, going back into that popper. And Ripha again sticking with their selected arms. There goes the other tube. I think there's just the one left now. So it's just a straight up fight on this big stage. Another knockback of the arm weak on the right hand side. Just fade away in time if Ripha can't keep the pressure when it does indeed do so. Both with push available, it's really just a case of who's going to get it first, and it is going to be Ripha. Took a brilliant shot there. The lockjaw did enough damage to just take Yätta out of the moment, and the rush was big from Ripha. It was exactly what they needed. Critical for Twintelle. Arm weak on the right side. Ripha's pressure is working brilliantly here. Yätta's got it all to do another punch like that, and Yätta will be going down into another 3rd point match. But does get the knockback. A rush might do it here if Ripha is not careful, but Ripha should have one ready as well in a matter of seconds, so it's just the question of if Twintelle can get close enough or into a decent position to finish this off. Who is going to pop first? Who is going to take the advantage? Ripha needs to win this point to stay alive in this above bracket set. And with 13 seconds to go, you really don't want to mess it now. The pressure is up and the rush is in, and Ripha couldn't hold it. Oh, Ripha, you should have just rushed. It just wasn't meant to be, it seems. Yätta knocks Ripha down into the underground bracket and advances to the grand final. 3 points to 1. Oh, Ripha, it was so close, but just not to be.